2 cans of Coke, you say? 2 cans of Coke? Papa Swolio is not impressed.
The following program is rated TV MANOC. It contains a big pair of nuts directly on your chin. It is intended only for mature audiences. Viewer discretion advised.
What's going on, fam? It's your boy Papa Swolio back with some more nuts on your chin. Thank you so much for being here, and thank you for coming back to the Salty Sack. Make sure to subscribe for some more NOC every single day. Just hit that subscribe button and make sure to check the links down below for all the details on joining Swolenormous X and the Swole fam and everything else we got to offer. Got some free classes, got some good stuff. Join the Swole fam, join the beard, and join the sick fucking gains. Also, check out the Daily Swole podcast. Have you not yet checked out the Daily Swole podcast? I go live every single day, and that link is down below as well. Don't you want to join Papa and the fam every single day? Well, I think you should. I think you should, Beesh. I think you should, Beesh. Now, this video is about the elimination diet. We're talking about nutrition today. Been getting a lot of questions about the elimination diet and struggles with the elimination diet and the perception of the word diet and people being afraid and people loving it and people hating it, and then all this restriction and binging, and everyone is just pulling in 1,000 different directions. I know it can be stressful. So let's get into one of the struggles, one of the real life situations from one of our members, and this one is from Chris. Pay attention, you're gonna learn something. A lot of people go through this when they're trying to figure out their nutrition. A lot of people struggle with this. Trust me, you're not alone. Chris says, so last week I started my gradual elimination diet, and my goal was to cut out takeaway, which is takeout for anyone in the States, alcohol and processed foods. I'm calling it a 90% success. I had no takeout, but I did have 2 cans of Coke at a friend's place. Lockdown laws are easing where I live. And at home I had 1 hot chocolate and 1 glass of wine. I was proud of myself for only having Coke at my friend's place because usually I drink alcohol. I also didn't have any snacks despite everyone constantly offering them to me. The goal for this week is to keep up having no alcohol, no takeout, and processed foods. I'm aiming for 100%, 100%, and eliminating grains, legumes, and dairy. I was planning to eliminate tomatoes this week, but due to poor planning on my part, I've got a few tomatoes in the fridge and I don't want to waste them. I'm going to post again next week and I'll let you all know how it went. Well, first off, welcome Chris to the fam. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And let's tear apart this post in the best way because this is going to help a lot of people. And Chris, if you're watching this, which you should be, this is going to help you as well. You just started your gradual elimination diet. Now, what does a gradual elimination diet mean? It means you're not going from 0 to 100. You're not cutting out all the foods that are potentially problematic. And that's what an elimination diet is. You could do a simple search right here on YouTube for all my other videos on the elimination diet specifically. But what you're doing is you're cutting out foods that can cause you problems. You're testing to see what foods cause you problems by removing them for about 6 to 8 weeks. Some people say 4 to 6, that's the minimum. You want to do it for at least 4 to 6. So generally 6 to 8 weeks is best. So a gradual elimination is that Chris is not eliminating all grains, all dairy, everything all at once. Maybe week 1 is eliminating grains, and then to week 2, then you're eliminating grains, continuing to eliminate grains, but also eliminating dairy. So you're progressively moving through systematically, just building a different habit. You're just doing it in stages rather than right away. But you definitely want to get to that point where you're eliminating as many variables as possible. That way, when you reintroduce your foods at the end of the elimination process, then you can actually determine what foods work best for you. So Chris is calling this a 90% success because having 2 cans of Coke at a friend's place. 2 cans of Coke. So here's one of the fundamental issues with this whole situation, because being proud for only having Coke at your friend's place because you normally would have alcohol and turning down snacks, what you're doing is you're going to try to tightrope walk with your nutrition. And this is a problem that I'm going to extrapolate from this question because a lot of you are probably dealing with this. It's your circle, your community, who you are surrounding yourself with. If you're surrounding yourself with crappy people, you're gonna have to rely on willpower so much. And that's a problem because willpower is not gonna last. Willpower is not indefinite. Willpower can only withstand so many reps before it's gonna break. You can only just will yourself not to have chips and will yourself to not have a beer and will yourself to not have a snack only so many times, especially at the beginning when you don't have that habit built up. Like for me, not a problem. I don't want to eat something, I'm not going to eat it. I'm totally fine. It's not going to bother me at all. But for most people, that habit doesn't exist. That framework doesn't exist. So it's not going to last. That's why you just started the fucking elimination. You just started and you had 2 cans of Coke, which is nowhere near on the okay list. So you see what I'm saying, Chris? Like, this is not to berate you. This is to applaud your work so far, but changing your mindset, your situation, your environment. Now, pillar number 1 of the 7 pillars of Swolenormous is community. It's your environment. It's what you watch on TV, what you watch on your phone, what podcasts you listen to, and also the people that you surround yourself with. Now, if Chris or you are surrounding yourself with shitty people, crappy people that are pushing garbage on you all the time, these are people that you have attached to these bad habits. You need to eradicate these people. And I don't mean strike them from the earth, but you need to start spending your time with better people. You need to cut these people out of your life. Now, maybe they want to change. Maybe you can meet with them on certain common ground. Maybe you don't go to happy hour every Friday. Maybe you eat first before you go over and watch football games. Like, I'm just saying there are different ways to do it. Depends on what your triggers are, depends on what your challenges are, depends on how much results you want and how seriously you're taking this. But it's just a good skill to learn and it's a good thing to understand. And that's where making brain gains, that's where practicing meditation, your mindfulness comes into play, because you are your own community inside your head. So if you don't get out of your own head, you're going to get in your own fucking way. And you need to want to treat your body better. You need to want to fuel your body better. You need to want to surround your body with better people. If you really want the best for you, then don't hang around with people that are going to pull you off your track, that are going to pull you away from your goals and your ambitions. Of course, there's other aspects to it. There's the physical addiction to food. So a lot of times people don't get improvements with their nutrition or improvements with their fitness and their lifestyle because their bad habits are tied into much more than, oh, I'm making this choice to eat this food. It's not so simple as just, oh, let me just not buy that. Who you surround yourself with is going to relate to how easy it is to stay on your nutrition or how quickly you're going to fall off. And just so many people don't realize how deep these habits go and how the people in your community, your environment, how deep that goes for your triggers. Now, you might have made it through so far, Chris. And in this post, you can see the goal for this week is to keep up having no alcohol, no takeout. But how easy is that going to be if you're hanging around the same people that are giving you Coca-Cola, are offering you snacks all the time, that are having alcohol around? Like, how long is that going to last? And trying to hold yourself to 100% standard, that's not the right way to think about it, because that's a very easy way to fail. You're never going to be 100%. And I'm not saying it doesn't mean you're not going to make good choices, you're not going to eat the right foods and avoid the crappy ones, but there's no such thing as perfection. There's progress and continual vetting and focusing and mindfulness. That's why you always have to be reassessing how well you're actually doing shit. It's your responsibility to put yourself in a better situation. So I appreciate you posting. I think you did fucking great. Most people have no idea what an elimination is. Most people are nowhere near where you are. So Chris, you're crushing it. Trust me, you're fucking crushing it. This is a positive reinforcing message. Like, I think you're crushing it. But I am concerned that you are going to rely too much on willpower and not on setting better fundamental habits, because they go deeper. Your triggers and your community, it goes deeper than just making a choice. So make sure, like you said, Chris, make sure you post up again in the Swole fam. That way we can follow up with you, and everyone else that's watching. If you're a Swole fam member, make sure you go and check out this post and give Chris your support. And if you want to learn more about the Swole fam and check out the greatest fitness community in the fucking realm, then check out the links below in the description for swolenormousx.com. And I thank you so much for coming and getting some nutrition sack on your fucking chin. The truth is not always easy to digest, but it's what we need to fucking swallow. That knowledge cock, you gotta fucking take it. You gotta take it all. It's there for a reason. It's trying to feed you. It only hurts a little bit the first time.
We stay woke, but y'all sleep. Real mode, but y'all sheep. Out in public, she a good girl, but at the crib, she a real freak. New throne for the new king. Same kid, now my streets go. Same gang, got the cheat code. I said stay woke, we in real mode. I said stay woke, real mode. Stay woke, real mode. I said stay woke, real mode. Stay woke, real mode. I said stay woke, real mode. bunch of clowns. You will not get a laugh out of me. You can talk, but you can't denounce. I live a different theology. Why I transferred to a new account? You just fucked over a prodigy. Posted up with a running crown.
You are the king and apology.
You about to